Today we are going to start the construction of the knee of the head. None of the plans that I purchased from the National Maritime Museum show details of the knee of the head, so we're just going to follow the book. This is the front section of the plans that I purchased from the National Maritime Museum. As you can see, there's no reference at all to it. So we're going to stick with the plan and build according to the instructions in the book. So we've made 4 copies of the front. They're dimensionally correct. And if you're not sure, you can always check them and slip them directly under the plan, and you'll see that they should line up perfectly. We've cut out one of the photocopies, placed it on the cardboard, and we'll simply draw this out and cut it. It's the easiest way to do. So we need to take the front support off. Once you get a rough shape, you can fit the cardboard pattern to the model and come behind it and draw the actual shape, and then cut that out. And so now we have a perfect fit of the inner line. And we just do a final trial fit. We've stuck the photocopied template on. All the pieces are laid out on the 10-inch board. I'm just waiting for it to dry, and then we'll cut them out. So we've got all the pieces rough cut, all oversized, so we have lots to adjust, and now we'll start fitting them one by one. This is about the 5th trial fit. Lots of very minor adjustments till we got it, and we certainly needed that extra that you can actually see right here. Applying the felt, and we'll let that dry and then simply cut it off, and then apply the felt to the scarf joint and to the end here, all the external joints. There's a need for dowels, so we've stripped a lot of wood down, and we're going to make up a new batch of dowels. Every now and again it'll jam, and you just take it out, tighten it up. It's got 2 little set screws. 1 set screw on the top, and that's it. Well, we're good to go for another few weeks. And we'll do the trial fit. It's really been a challenge to get the chalk and the lacing piece to fit against the stem. To help determine where to shave, I would actually put a light on the back side and pull it in together and look for the high spots. And I found that very useful. I used this sanding tool very much. I would use the spiral sander with it off, just using it to shape and take off small amounts of pieces. And then we have to remember that we have to put felt in. I'm now fitting the standard to the knee of head, and this pen sander really is, again, earning its weight in gold, because it allows me to take off very little at a time and almost more control than you would have with a file. Of course, you're going to use literally every sanding tool in your arsenal, and you need to be very careful of power tools. We've got the fit now. There's no light coming through, so we're going to stick it with PVA glue with some black acrylic paint mixed into it. We made a little error in that we didn't cut out the slot for the gamma ring, so we're going to have to do it now, and we'll do it on the drill press. We'll clean it up again as we get closer when the part is totally finished. When I bought the Cameron drill press years ago, I made an excellent investment. This Hansen drill set, which carries drills from number 60 right through to number 228. There is no hole I've ever been asked to drill that I didn't have the correct drill size for. Cut water now complete and all sanded in, and you'll notice the felt is behind the cut water as per the instructions. So we only have two pieces left to fit. The extension piece is now stuck and tree-nailed. We're on to the last piece now. So I've reduced the standard down to 7 inches, and I'm going to stick it. We had to center it. So again, simply taking the caliper and marking both sides. The same thing down here and the same thing on the part. So it's easy to line it up when I stick it. We've stuck it using super glue because I wanted to make sure that it was exactly where I put it, and it was very difficult to clamp it. Now I'm putting the final sanding touches on it, and if I find it necessary, I'll pin it to give it a little added strength. When sanding, you need to take the template and compare to the actual piece to make sure that that the line is correct. I actually put the piece on it and drew a line which would help me determine how much of the piece needs to be sanded off. And I think we've got the fit that we're looking for. And now we need to put the felt on before we stick it onto the board. So we'll just put some PV on the part, stick it, cut it, clean it up. And to make sure it's nice and tight, I will clamp it in. I didn't think I needed to reduce the extension piece 7 inches, so I'm having to take it down on a milling machine at this point. So now we start the tapering. We've put a very thin line down the center using this flexible ruler. The only way to do this is by hand. Any power tools, the odds of making a mistake are much too high. Lots of sweat, but we've got it down 4 inches on the front, 6 inches at the top. Now we are going to start softening all the edges. Chamfering, I think, is the term. You could try and put a half round here, but I would think it's really just much better to do it with a piece of sandpaper. It's fairly heavy on the curve on the top and very light as you come down. Using the smallest needle file I have and just gently rubbing it up and down. You're really just breaking the edge. She's now totally finished, and it's time to put it in place, drill and stick. We have pre-drilled the holes, but we are going to drill the final holes after we stick because the clamp is in the way of drilling it properly. We need to check the alignment. So once we've got the model squared off, we can then check the center line, and it's spot on.